the only deck you'll ever want to play again. Hello and welcome to the table, and today I'm back on our One Piece gameplay deck tech video. Today, talking about my boy Brook, the most fun deck of all time, and thank you all for the 1,000 subscribers. This is my 1,000 subscriber special, playing with some Brook. So, let's dive right into things, starting off with, this is not what I believe to be the most competitive version of Brook, but what I believe to be the most fun version of Brook. If you want the more competitive version of the list, it is right here. It's not much different than the original list, except I have 3 copies of Luna, and I cut 1 copy of DMG, 1 copy of Pirate Docking 6, and 1 copy of Protection Zoro. I just don't know why I dislike Luna. Don't question it, because I don't understand it either. But this is the list that I'm playing, and it is equally as good for the most part, because I think Luna is a little overhyped. But it's still very good, still very solid. If you want a more competitive version, that is the one I would recommend. But let's dive right into this list, starting off with the leader himself, Brook, a 5k 4 life green-black leader. Weird combination, but it is fun and good, because under the rules of this game, when your deck is reduced to 0, you will lose the game at the end of that turn. So basically, you don't die immediately, but you die at the end of that turn. So you wanna win that turn. And how do you do that? Well, firstly, you trash the top 4 of your deck every single turn with your activate main once per turn, and then, if your deck is reduced to 0, set up to one of your characters as active. Very strong effect, not gonna lie, because you can, on your final turn, swing with 1 more character, 1 more time. I know it seems a little underwhelming, but it's a lot better than you would think. So let's get right into the early game of the deck, which is Nami and Chopper. Nami being the typical 1-cost searcher, in this case for any Straw Hat card other than herself, and that's pretty much it. You want to go first, so you want to play Nami, and then next turn you want to play Chopper. A 2-cost 2k 1k counter character that I'll play trashes the top 3 of your deck, and as an activate main you can trash him, and then get any Straw Hat type character other than himself back to your hand from your trash. That's insane, because it just, when you play this guy, you're going first. You trash 4 on your first turn, then you trash 4 on your second turn, and you play Chopper. You effectively have a top 11 searcher, except it's for your trash. That's nuts. Now, granted, you don't have nothing but Straw Hat characters in your deck, but that is a vast majority of your deck, so you could basically get, anything you want. And it's only gonna get that much more likely to be able to get anything you want the longer the game goes, which is very nice when you play Pirate Docking 6. A 5-cost 7k that is an 11-cost effectively on board, which is nuts. And on play, trashes the top 3 of your deck and allows you to play a 2-cost or lower Straw Hat type character from your trash. So you can basically play a Chopper on your 3-Dawn turn, get something back. Then next turn, play Pirate Docking 6, getting Chopper back, and just getting another thing that you need, which is insane. And then it'll be something along the lines of, I don't know, a top 24 card search or something close to that, which is kind of insane. Close to half of your deck you basically get to look through. That's nuts. That is absolutely nuts. But then, alternatively, another card you could get off of Pirate Docking 6 and transitioning into the defensive tools of the deck, because you need a lot of them, we got Protection Zoro, a 2-cost 1k 1k counter that is a blocker, and if a Straw Hat type character other than himself would be removed from the field by an effect, you can trash him instead. It's niche, it's good against a deck like Lucy that plays something like, I don't know, Barrier Pistol, and other decks along the lines of that. This deck, or this card, could be really good into, and that's why I like him as a 4 of. I just want to guarantee that in the matchups where I need this guy, I can get this guy, and simple as that. Same thing as Pirate Docking 6. You want to see one of these every game, no matter what. And that's why you, in my opinion, You don't need to run 4. You can run 3 and do fine, but I think running 4 is fine to guarantee that you are going to see one in 99.999% of games. And if you do see a second one, and it's just a brick in your hand, well, that's why we had 3 copies of Swallow Bond Avant. Another good defensive card for the deck that happens to be a good main event, too, by being effectively a 1-cost main event that trashes the top 5 of your deck. Can sometimes matter if you need to get more cards into the trash more quickly, or near the end of the game, you just need to get 1 turn quicker as far as cards go into the trash. Like, let's say, for example, your opponent basically decides, okay, I'm not going to be defensive this turn. The opponent's probably going to go for a game next turn and use the Brook ability and do crazy OTK stuff then. Well, you can 1 turn in advance. You Swallow Bond Avant and do the thing 1 turn earlier. Maybe when your opponent doesn't have as much defense up. Or you just need more cards in the trash because you didn't find enough choppers or something like that early in the game. You could play something like this. Otherwise, it is a 0-cost counter event. Trashes a card from your hand to counter for 3. So it's a 2-card 3k counter, but, you know, you could trash effectively this. And a Pirate Docking 6 that's in your hand and counter for 3, getting rid of 2 bricks. Awesome. Love to see it. We also got some good 2k counters in Spoils and Sanji, which are also very similar to the Swallow Bond Avant. Spoils being a non-searchable way to do it, but it is effectively a 0-cost way to do it because you spend a Dawn to play him, trash the top 3, but then you can use him to immediately trash and give us a Dawn. So you basically don't spend any Dawn, and he's a 2k counter, so it's nice. You also got Sanji, which is a searchable 2k counter that does the same thing, but it trashes the top 5 instead, and it can't give us a Dawn out. I personally think it's just as fine as Spoils. Sometimes it's a little bit worse, but it's still fine. I love this card. Then there's another 2k counter. We got Zoro, which is basically a hard-to-rest blocker that costs 4. Otherwise, it's a searchable 2k counter. It's a solid card. You don't have to run him in the deck, but since the deck wants to go first and you don't really have a lot of 4-cost plays, it makes your 4-Dawn turn a little less clunky if you play this guy because he's not a horrible card to play. Otherwise, he's just an overpriced 2k counter that you could replace with other cards if you're fine having a slightly less efficient 4-Dawn turn sometimes. Like Frankie, for example, you could just replace with this guy if you really want to, because it's a common that's really cheap. But then you got some other good blockers, like Usopp, which is just a 4-cost, well, it's a 2 of in the deck, but it is a 4-cost 5k, 1k counter that is hard to rest as well on the opponent's turn, and a blocker, and is really good against aggressive decks because on KO, you can rest one of your opponent's leader or characters with a cost of 7 or less. There's a lot of 7 costs in this format, so you're playing against something like Lucy, you could rest one of their 7-cost Sabos. Not an aggressive deck per se, but if you're going up against an aggressive deck, like Pinel, you can block as an attack and rest a 6-cost Pinel. You could, against a Blue Jinbe deck, effectively block 2 attacks. Against Zoro, you could block an attack and then rest their leader. Against any other aggro deck in history, you just block, quote-unquote, 2 swings, which in my opinion is just absolutely insane. But then we got the end game of the deck, which is pretty much centered around playing this Nightmare Luffy, and as many of these as you can. Because on your 7-Dawn turn, you want to play this guy, because as you can tell, a lot of ways to be defensive in this deck. Because this deck can be run down very quick. Either the opponent being able to get rid of your board very easily, and if you defend your board, then they can kill you and get your life super easily. So either you're going to lose one way or another, unless you have Nightmare Luffy. A 7-cost 7k, 1k counter character that, if you have 10 cards in your trash, is a 9k, and a 17 cost on board, effectively. And if you have 20 more cards in trash, most important card in the deck, because if you have 20 or more cards in your trash, your leader is a 7k base on your opponent's turn. So, it's a way harder for them to get into your life, meaning you don't have to spend as many resources to defend your life, meaning you have more resources to defend your board. So you have just enough to be able to keep the important pieces on your board alive for long enough to be able to kill your opponent without them having, well, the easy ability to go for your life too quickly and then kill you that way. So very, very good, because it gives you just enough defense to stick around for just long enough to where you can live and win. Or make it really close. At least that. But then if you have 30 or more cards in trash, it is a 10k on board, which is insane. A 7 cost 10k that makes your leader a 7k on your opponent's turn. Unprecedented. And it's a rare. Probably the most powerful rare in the entire game, in my opinion, but maybe that's just me. But then, we got, on our 9 Dawn turn, Nami, which is an 8 cost 6k that on play recurs a 7 cost or lower Straw Hat Crew Tech character and gives that character rush for the turn. So it itself is a 6k. It is a brick, unfortunately, but it's a 6k body. It costs 8, which sucks. But then you get back a Nightmare Luffy. So on 7 Dawn, you play Nightmare Luffy. Yeah, you can swim with it, but then the next turn, you play this Nami, get another Nightmare Luffy, and now all of a sudden you have 2 10ks to swing with. Likely, the opponent is going to be very, 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 very sad, and probably lose either a lot of their board, or a couple of life, or cards from their hand, or a mixture of the 3. Either way, you're very, very happy. But then, we got what I'm going to consider the tools that help you end the game. So, kind of the curve of the deck, if you couldn't already see it, Nami into Chopper, and the Pirate Docking into Nightmare Luffy, into Nami playing Nightmare Luffy, then the turn after, you want to play something along the lines of Nami into, maybe, potentially, something like Secret Luffy or Brook. And then kill the opponent on that turn. Well, how are you going to do that? The opponent can play blockers. You're playing against something like Lucy. They could have blockers. Well, not always. Because, well, you got cards like Nami. A very good card that can be brought back to your hand thanks to something like Chopper. And can be very nice because it's a 4-cost body that is a blocker, which is sometimes nice. It's a 1k counter, which is also nice. And most importantly, on play, rest 2 of your opponent's characters with a cost of 8 or less. That could be 2 blockers. Yeah, it restands 5 Dawn at the end of your turn, but who cares? Because it can rest 2 blockers. And you can get it back if you need it with Chopper, which is awesome. Now, it can't get rid of or rest any blocker like 10 cost Newgate, which is why it's only a 2 of, and DMG is a 3 of. You can't get it back with Choppers, which is unfortunate, but you can search it off in Nami, which is fine. But DMG here is a 4 cost, basically, main event to rest 2 of your opponent's characters or Dawn cards. So 2 characters, a Dawn and a character, 2 Dawn. Either way, super happy. Or it's a 1 cost 3k counter event for your leader, which is also solid. But most importantly, it can rest 2 blockers. Or, you know, if your opponent just has 2 Gum Gum Giants potentially in their hand, you could rest 2 of their Dawn. Either way, very, very strong. Very, very strong card. Allows you to, on that 1 turn, kill the opponent, swing 1 billion times, and deal 1 billion damage. And as an alternative, as another way to be able to rest blockers, we also got Brook, that you could recur off of Nami on your final turn. Because this Brook here, sometimes it's even better than the Secret Rare Luffy. But this Brook, it is a 6 cost 6k 1k counter that on play rests 1 of your opponent's cards. Can be a Dawn or a blocker. Very solid. And as an activate main, can pop itself to restand an 8 cost or lower character. So basically, another Brook ability. So if you recur this off of Nami, and you have the ability to use your Brook ability, you can restand 1 character, like this Nightmare Luffy, which is going to be a 10k. If you put Dawn on it, higher, like an 11, maybe 13k, 3 times. Well, you can swim with it 3 times. You restand it twice, but then swim with it 3 times. Do you know how stupid that is? Also, alternatively, with this Nami, you could recur Secret Luffy. 6 cost 7k brick, yeah, but it's a double attack that restands 4 Dawn on play. And sure, you can't play any 5 cost or higher bodies afterwards, but you could put those 4 Dawn on this Luffy and send an 11k double attack. Twice, thanks to your leader ability. 3 times if you have Brook down. The super rare Brook down. So, I think that is really really strong and really good. So this deck, in 6 turns generally, kills the opponent, and in one explosive, insane turn, can just deal an insane amount of damage where your opponent maybe is still at 4 life, 5 life, and you can still kill them. It's insane. There's not a single game that I've ever played with this deck where it's not close. And if it's not one of those games, I kill the opponent and I bury them 6 feet under. Because the Soul King here, he's not around. He is not here to play. All hail the king himself. All hail the OTK Soul King himself, Brook. But this is going to be the top 30 deck. I just want to mention this super quick. This is the top 30 deck, so between 30th and 26th place, what is the most fun deck to play? It is this deck in the series where I'm going over in increments of 5 the best, most fun decks, in my opinion, to play. And in top 30, I got Brook. In the history of the One Piece card game, I also have Brook. This is the most fun deck of all time. If you ever play this deck, and I recommend anybody who wants to play this deck, you will get hooked on it, and you will love it, and you will only want to play this deck for the rest of your life. But let's dive right into some games and see exactly why this deck is as fun and as stupid and as explosive as it is. Going up against the ever-increasingly popular Jinbe, Blue Jinbe, who is going second. Awesome. This hand, on the other hand, it does have the Nightmare Luffy, but yeah, can't keep that. I think I got the exact same hand. How? God damn it. Okay. I'll pass. I just want to guarantee that I can get some stuff in the trash. I got a pirate docking, which is nice. Because if I do get something like a chopper, that can be very, very useful. Okay, what'd they get? Crocodile? Just a 2K. That's fine with me. We got a Nami Searcher, though, which does get a chopper. Awesome. Okay. Maybe this works out. I'm going to put that Brook on top. DMG doesn't really matter in this matchup. So let's just go like that. Don't matter. Let's just go like that. Trash 4 more. Go 5 into the life. And play Chopper. Do I just use Chopper immediately? Yes, I use Chopper immediately. Get back pirate docking. Pass. What's the opponent got? It's like, no, I'm not going to swing yet. Oh, Boa. Okay. That's something. That's interesting. Sorry about that. Just a weird bunch of things. 6 in life? I'll take. I'm good with that. What did, Oh. For whatever reason, I thought this Boa, like, searched for some reason. Like, I thought I just stacked the top of life. Top or bottom. Did put the cards on bottom. Good to know. Good to know. Let's start. See if we can punish the opponent and get a card out of their hand. Dang it, they blocked with Boa. Son of a gun. Whatever. I'll use get back. Do I get back Chopper or do I get back Zoro? I have pretty much everything I need at this point, so I think I'm fine. I can just get a Zoro. I'll just trash 4. 22 in bin. Pretty freaking happy about that one. And then pass a turn. I think we're feeling pretty solid right now. Chew, sure. A-okay with me. Because this guy is about to get way worse. starting next turn when I play a Nightmare Luffy, which is going to be a really big pain for them to get rid of. One, because I have the Zoro on the board. Two, because, okay, 5 in a life. Funnily enough, I will give you a Zoro. Not blocking. Counter with a Zoro. Then what? Weevil, just hard casting it. Good with that. Happy with that. It's not a Jinbe into Weevil. Now, granted, I mean, it's not the end of the world that they go super wide, but it is still annoying. 7. Yeah, I'm going to take that one. Okay, 1K. If you go 7... Weevil's the only thing trash. Okay, I gotta remember this. So, the only thing is that Jinbe bounces a 7 cost. It's not base, it's just 7 cost. So I don't think it really matters. This might be a misplay, but I'm gonna block with the Zoro. I don't know exactly, like, what the best move there is, but we'll figure it out. Let's just go 5 in a Jinbe. See if they let it go. Darn. Actually, I'm kind of okay with that. Do we go 7 in a Jinbe or 7 in a life? They have 5 in hand? Let's go 7 in the Jinbe. They'll let it go. They counter with 2 2Ks? Thank you very much, opponent. I am very, very happy about that. Let's trash some more. My leader is now going to be a 7K on your turn, so have fun with that. With only having 3 cards in hand, you're not going to really have a lot of ammunition to distribute Rested Dawn. And I will pass. And I got a lot of 1Ks. And you have, I mean, yeah, you have 2 6Ks, so it's kind of annoying. Okay, Arlon, fine. You do have to reveal to me what this card is. Is it something like a Perfume Femur? Or something along the lines of that? Because if so, I probably not going to matter too much. Then that just means I don't want to play this Usopp. I definitely want to counter with this Luffy. Oh, no, there is another one in the bin. I did not think I trashed another one yet. I trashed 2. Never mind. We are all good. Getting a Boa, which cannot stun this Luffy, which is hilarious to me. It's like, alright, I'll play Boa, and oh, I can't make this Luffy not attack because Boa simps for, what the, oh, you bought him to 1 cost. I'm like, what'd you bottom deck? You bottomed the Sanji, which, why did you bottom that over the Nami? It's a 2K, and I guess it's not going to really matter that much, but it's fine. I mean, I'm not going to play another one of these at any point. I'd rather have everything else in my hand, so, over that Nightmare Luffy, so why not? Are you good at trash cards? Yes, you are. Yes, let's go, opponent. Alright, I will give you, since you haven't shown me a Perfume Femur, what? Perfume Femur yet, I will hold on to the Usopp. Are you going to trash another card? If so, oh, and you're going 7 with leader? I will give you, what do I prefer here? I mean, I'm going to clear their board hard next turn, but, because the Usopp can get bounced back, and there's Perfume Femur to worry about, I will counter with the Usopp. I think that's the slightly better play here. Sweet. And they don't swing at the Boa, meaning they're likely to block with it, and it's going to die anyways. And I'm not going to lose a life this way. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let's start with 5 and a 5. Will they block? If so, awesome. Yes. Yes. Thank you, opponent. Okay, so I only have 2 swings, which is actually kind of annoying. Because the Pirate Docking can't attack thanks to this Boa. That is unfortunate, but we are all good because we can kill both their 6k bodies. We won't be able to kill the 7k or the 5k. What am I saying? But it's fine. I'll go 10 into 6. There's no way you can kill that. And then I'll play the Nami, getting another Nightmare. Go 10. No. I was gonna say, do I use the Swallow Bondavant? No. No, I don't. Realistically, I should have put 1 Dawn on Brook. That is the misplay of the turn. I should have put 1 Dawn on Brook, then they might not have wanted to block with Boa as much, and I could have killed everything on their board, or they wouldn't have had any cards in hand, and they would just be top decking. So slight misplays, but I at least have the Dawn up in case I need the DMG. I did not trash. Interesting. I will trash now. So next turn we could go for game. Which sounds crazy to say, but it is a possibility. It is a possibility. So it might be nice to keep this DMG back to help us defend through this turn, and then, I don't know, then we can go for game next turn, which just sounds crazy. Oh, I love this deck. They're at 4 life. I'm like, can I go for game? It's so dumb. It's so dumb. I mean, I'm gonna have 6 swings next turn, minimum, 12 into 10. Huh. Uh-huh. You have 6 Dawn left? So if you put it all on Jinbe, I'm gonna make you go really hard into trying to kill this Luffy. That's what I'm gonna do. Swallow, trash that, bump up this, bada bing, bada boom. See what you do about that. What you gonna do, opponent? Gonna put 6 Dawn onto your leader and swing 11 into Luffy, in which case, yeah, it is gonna die, and I'm gonna be sad, but then I'll pivot for board. Yep. Okay, I'll just pivot for board next turn, and then I'll win the turn after, because there's no shot that you're gonna be alive. Let's not trash. Make the opponent, I don't know, less inclined to go defensive, even though they only have 2 cards to go defensive with. But whatever. Let's try and get all the cards out of their hand, though. So let's start with 5 into Jinbe. They will... realistically, they should not counter. But they might. They do. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful. 6 into Jinbe. Now you'll probably let it go. I would not be surprised. You counter? Oh, opponent. Oh, opponent. Do I go for game now? I don't know if I can or can't. Can I? Just in case I can't, because I don't want to do the math here, I'm just gonna, hold on for a little bit. But I will start with a Tony. So I have 2 cards left in deck. Pop, get back. Get back Nami. I will not deploy Nami yet. I'm just gonna be as safe as possible. Well, they could kill this Luffy. Okay, I'm gonna try to do the math super quick, everybody, for your convenience. I think I can kill him now. This might be a misplay, but I'm just gonna do this now. So, let's get back the secret Luffy. Restand 4 Dawn. Go 9 double attack. They have to take. Trash, restand, 9 double attack. They have to take. Go. Yep, I was going to go 7. They'd have to give me 2 cards, and I was going to go 12, and they would have died. So yeah, I don't know why I was taking so long to do that. But yeah, I got it. It's insane. This deck, 4 life. Can I go for game? I love this deck so much. It's so stupid. Let's get into another game. All hail the king. Let's get into another game. Going up against Red Sanji. Okay. They are going second. Awesome. This hand is not good. This hand is, questionable. Questionable. Crap. Does this deck run blockers? I don't think they do. I'm gonna get a Nami. Oh yeah, I can't. Forgot about that. I'm like, I'm gonna get a Nami. I can't. Brook? Yeah, let's just get a Brook. I mean, it's a decent card. It is not a bad card by any means. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not looking great so far. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. Okay. I will go 5 and a life. If the opponent counters, they take. Okay. In that case, do I swing with this Nami? For next turn, for the following turn, that put me at 16, which is not 20. So I do kind of need to play this Sanji. I will hold off on that for now. So let's just go 5 and a life. Get a card out of the opponent's hand, or they take. Either of which, hey, okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know why they're running Koala. That is an interesting card. Yep, Sanji. Not surprised to see that one. 7 and a life, I will take. Pirate Docking, let's go. Why are you not swinging with Sanji? Hello? Okay. Sure, that's a choice. That is a choice you can make. I do have Chopper. Okay. Do I need Chopper? Part of me... I wish I could get Swallow Bondavant, honestly. That'd be awesome. I could just get rid of this secret Luffy out of hand that's just gonna clog up the hand for a little bit. Let's just start with 5 first. See what the opponent does. They will probably counter? Yeah, because this deck likes to be pretty tanky. Just have as much life as possible. They do have 4 cards in hand, which is kind of nice. Which is kind of surprised why... I don't know why they didn't swing into Sanji, because I would swing into it, and then they'd have 7 cards at the start of their next turn. That's just, I don't know, a choice. Do I get back Chopper, or do I get back Zoro? Realistically, I don't think I really need to worry about getting anything back with Chopper, so I'm going to get a Zoro. I think that's fine. I'll pass. I think we're good here. They got 6 Dawn. They can't play Law this turn, which is really annoying. Granted, it cannot kill this Pirate Docking because it is currently active. No, Kobe. Okay. Sure. That is something that can KO the Zoro. I forgot about that. Shoot. Shoot. Should have gotten back the Chopper. Because then I could have gotten at least a 2k in hand. Shoot. Alright, I'll give you a 2. I'll probably take 1 swing this turn. Okay. So they're probably going to go 7. I'll give them a 2. Yep. That I will take. Down the 2 life. I'm not sad about that necessarily. This deck is kind of fine chilling to 2 life. What is not fine is the amount of bricks in hand. That's just scary. I'll trash 4 more, though. Definitely shouldn't have gotten back Chopper, because then I'd also have 3 more cards in the yard. Yeah, dang it. Okay, let's go 7 into Kobe. Because this is the thing we want to kill more than anything else, because that draws them cards. Awesome. That's dead. Love to see that. I don't know if we care about this Sanji, because the thing is, it gets them a card in hand, and we're going to be a 7k going forward. Now, granted, they can just put 1 Dawn on it, because the Koala, yeah, the Koala can't shift a rested Dawn onto the Sanji. Safe play is probably to go into the Sanji. No, I'm going to go into life. Get another card out of their hand or they take it. Yep, okay. I am pretty happy with that. Because now we are a 7k. They have to put more resources into being able to swing with this Sanji, which I think is fine. I think them being at 3 life right now is just better for me. And boy, after this weird start, I think we are in a decent position. We do only have 2 1Ks to defend with right now, but I mean, they could play a Zeph this turn. No, Kid Killer. 2 Kid Killers. If you have 2 or less life cards, yep, neither of those can swing at me. Awesome. Okay, that I will just give you a 1K for. And do I have a 7 cost in the yard? I do not. So I will counter with one of those 7 costs. Realistically, it should be that every time. Oh, it's if your opponent. That's annoying. That is so annoying. Okay, well, I can at least kill all of those. Oh, that is beyond annoying. I thought it... I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense, but... Oh, that's annoying. Okay, well, we're gonna kill this Sanji now. But first, let's kill these Kid Killers. 7 into that. Yeah, I should have killed that Sanji. They're countering. I'm happy about that. There's no way to defend that. So, yeah. Not surprised there. Let's play the Nami. Get back that 7 cost Luffy. Go 9 into the other Kid Killer. And then, just because that's an annoying pain in the tushy, I will kill the Sanji. Should have done that last turn. But then I will pass. Only a 1k, but I do have 1 Dawn with the DMG to help defend my life, which is nice. With 10 Dawn, though, I mean, they could have some scary stuff. Realistically, they're going to play something like either a Zoro or a Zeph. One of those 2 is likely what's going to come down this turn. No, a Wapple. Okay. That's it. That's something. You gotta give it rush with the Wapple. You have not used your leader effect yet this game, which I think is funny. You're just gonna go 9. Okay. I will defend. What did you give -2? Okay, one of those. Cool. Gonna just go all in on that. Yep. I'm fine with that. I mean, I'm not, but you all know what I mean. Okay, so I have 10 Dawn. I think I'll probably kill the Wapple. Do I have a secret rare Luffy in the yard? I do. Okay, so that's an option. I think I need to be defensive this turn. Sort of. I definitely need to kill this Wapple, which is a 10k, which is kind of insane. I'll go 10 into 8, see if they defend that. If they do, awesome. If they don't, also awesome. What? So many awesomes here. I might hard cast this Luffy. if I'm going to be honest, I might just hardcast this Luffy, play the Zoro. Yes, they could have a Kobe, but they have to invest Dawn into killing this Zoro. That's the main thing I care about. And if they run something like Gum Gum Mole Pistol, or whatever that card's called, I don't really want to worry about that. So let's just go 5 into life. See what the opponent does. Sweet. 7 into life. They get to defend or they get to take? Defend or take? I'm betting they're going to defend. That's my guess. That is my prediction. They're going to defend. Oh. Well, then we are going to get some cards out of them here, and I am happy with that. Yes, and there's a Kobe. 3 1Ks? Oh. Maybe I should have gone for game. I don't care. Okay, I'll play another one of these. And I'll play a Zoro. And I'll pass. So, I have a blocker and 3 bricks in hand. But I'm a 7K leader, so it doesn't matter. And they only have 2 swings this turn. So, I mean, there's a world where they can kill me. So there was an argument to go for game last turn. So far, if there is a swing that comes at me, though, I am blocking it. If there is a swing that comes at me, no matter what it is, I am blocking it. My life, I mean. You can kill anything on the board that you want, opponent. Even one of these big Luffys. I do not care. If you send anything at my life right now, I am going to just block. Okay. Please just send 7. Please just send that right into life. If you have Kid and Killer, I'm going to be very sad. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's a world that exists. Oh. Just put more Dawn on this Sanji. Just put more Dawn on this Sanji. Please, 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 please. I don't want to lose to freaking Kid and Killer. I'm so nervous because I just have a feeling I'm going to lose this turn. Should have gone for game last turn, but they had enough cards in hand where, I don't know. Man. Oh, I'm so very nervous. Kind of wish that they just played something like a Zoro this turn. Because that honestly probably would have been better for me. They just concede. Oh, they didn't have it. Oh, they didn't have it. Oh, thank God. Oh, should they have played Zoro there? It wouldn't have mattered. It wouldn't have made a difference. Whew. I was kind of scared there near the end because I'm like, oh, there are a couple of lines here where if they have it, they could kill me. But they did not. Oh, thank God that I never got to 0 because that Roger would have definitely killed me. Whew, let's get into another game. Going up against the Copycat. The deck that freaking took my package and is like, I'll run it too. Let's see what they do. I love this hand. I'm going to keep. Let's play a Nami. I am lacking in 2Ks. I don't really need much else beyond that, so I'll just get a Zoro. Put a Chopper on top. Yeah, I like that. I think this is good. Well, I'll go like that. And then trash and pass. What's in the yard? Okay. I was kind of hoping a Pirate Docking 6 was in there, because that would be really nice. Nami to start things off. Okay. What you get to search for? Whiff? That's not possible for that deck, but it's a possibility. 2 Nami searchers. Which one's better? Which one's more expensive? They're actually pretty close in price, honestly. Oh, that started Luffy, though. That's annoying. Let's just use Brook and trash. Okay, there is a Pirate Docking, which is awesome. Let's go 6 in the life. They might take. They might take, and they took. And I don't know if there's anything that costs 4 Dawn that they could play that removes this chopper. I don't know if there is. And in case there is, I'm trying to think. What KOs this chopper? I mean, there are cards, realistically. But I'm going to bank on the fact that they don't have one. They don't have something that kills this chopper. In case that I... Cool. So you're going to return... When you return 2 or more Dawn. So you're going to basically ramp 2 active. Or 3 active? Yeah, 3 active, I think. Yeah. You ramp arrested? Yeah, that's what that was. Jeez, Omega ramp. Omega ramp here. I mean, at least you're only... Actually, that doesn't... You went down a Dawn there. Huh. Yeah, I don't think that was the right play there, opponent. But I will... Do I take this? Yeah, I think I take that. Okay, sweet, another 2K. I'm probably going to need that for next turn. Okay, and a 1K. Awesome, awesome. Let's just use Chopper to get back that Pirate Docking real quick, because that is going to be my play this turn. Go 5 in a life. They will probably counter. Realistically, they are going to counter. I don't know why they wouldn't. I want to say that Beer Luffy, by the way. Oh, you got a trigger. That's such a good trigger. Oh. I'm like, you whiffed? No. But you got a Gum Gum Giant, which is actually really good. I'll trash... Do I need a blocker? Do I need a blocker? Do I even have a blocker? I don't have one in the yard. Alright. Well, let's just play Pirate Docking. Trash. Alright, I can only get Chopper. So let's just get Chopper. I got 3 2Ks, 3 1Ks. I think I'm good on defense. So I think I'm just going to use this Chopper to get another Nami. Or no, I need a 7-cost Luffy. Oh my god. I probably should have waited to do that. Because there was only one in the yard. I kind of needed to guarantee that I had one of those for next turn. Whew, slight scare on my part. Probably shouldn't have done that. That was a little scary. Whew. But I think they play the Beer Luffy here. And that is on play. Which really is frustrating, because that's really good. Makes them a 7K base until the end of my next turn, which is... I mean, granted, it's pretty much the same thing as this Luffy. But... slightly worse, question mark? I mean, what is it? An 8K? No. It's a 6-cost 7K. And it's a... Oh. Sanji Pudding. Okay. 5 in a life. I will give you... 1K. 5 in a life. I will give you a 1K. Go 6 in a life. Yes, let's go. I'll give you... Oh, I had another 1K. Even if it... I didn't mean to counter with that. Stupid thing is so trigger happy, it's insane. Alright, well... Should have one more 1K in hand. If that is what makes the difference in this game, I will be very pissed off. Okay. I don't know why they're not playing Beer Luffy here. So I'm going to kind of be aggressive and go for their life. Because they... I mean, they might put Dawn on these Zoros next turn. But I'm gonna play it a little risky and just get cards out of their hand. Oh, you give me a 2K? Give me a 2K opponent? Thank you so much. Thank you for the donation. Oh, yes. You got rid of one? You got rid of one? That is wild to me. So they either have another one in hand, or... I don't even know what. So we have 12 in the bin. So... I think I will just pass here. And I kind of do want to take a hit anyways. I kind of need another 1k counter in hand all of a sudden. That's just so frustrating to me. Should have another freaking 1k in hand right now, and that pisses me off so bad. Nami getting back that Luffy. Yep. Okay, I guess that makes sense why you got rid of it then. Because then you could recur it with the Nami and have a good card to... Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So now they're a 7k base, which is nuts. Yep. Jeez. Now, granted, I mean, this can swing. So, 7, 7, 7, 7. So, 4 potential swings. I am definitely going to be taking one of those. I will give you a 1k, though. 7. In case they go big on one of them, I will give a 2k here, which should be a 1k. But that I give here. I'll give it Sanji. Okay. That I will take. Oh. They just keep the Dawn. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm just going to go big into these because both of these are something that I want to kill. Do I want to kill this? Yeah, because then you have to play one of these Namis. Now, they haven't searched and gotten any of these, which is something to take note of. They have a Gum Gum Giant in hand, which is also something to take note of. So let's just start with... And we gotta kill this Luffy. So we're gonna just start with 7 into that. And just try our darndest to get rid of it. Yeah. Hopefully they have to use Giant here. They let it go. That tells us there's another one of these Namis coming. Dang it. Kind of wish that they actually attacked with one of these Zoros, because then I would have a swing with my leader here. Let's try 10 into Sanji Pudding, right? Yeah, let's go 10 into that. Because that's something I'll want to... Oh, not something they're going to Gum Gum. Okay. Okay. I will just get back a Luffy. And I would trash to make sure that it stays a 10k. Huh. Do I keep this DMG? And I think I just want to get rid of a Gum Gum. But I'd rather get another card out of their hand, too. What's the likelihood that they kill me next turn? To be safe, let's just go 10 and keep the Dawn up for DMG. Just to be safe. Yeah, because they are going to Gum Gum. Just get that out of the way. They get rid of a Divine Departure. That is nice, because that could be a very annoying card to get rid of one of these Luffy's next turn. And then I'll go 5 and a 7, which the opponent will resolve. But I will pass. So if I can, I'll keep one of these spoils so that I can go for game next turn and not go down any Dawn. That is, I mean, I'll probably have to go for game next turn depending on what they play this turn. They might play another Nami, and if they do, they're either going to have to get this Luffy or the Sanji Pudding. And if it's the Luffy, then I'm going to be sad. Because, let's see. No, they don't get back active Dawn. They'd have one active Dawn if they play another one of these Namis. Meaning that they could only have one Gum Gum Giant. And they don't have another one of these Namis. So they're just going to try to kill me. And I'm not going to let them. Because I want to live. So you have 5 Dawn. I will take 9. 9 in the life. They cannot kill me. Dang it, they're being smart. Darn it all. Darn it all. I should have kept that chopper. Because I could have used chopper to get back the freaking... What's it called? Luffy. It doesn't matter, though, because then I have more Dawn to play with, so I guess it's kind of the same outcome. It's kind of the same outcome. Let's start with 5 in the life. They take. Okay. Let's go 7 in the life. Okay. Okay, they give me 2 cards. 7 in the life. I don't think there's a world where they live this turn. Okay, they Gum out of this one. So unless they have another Gum Giant here. But even then, I just don't see it. Let's go 11 in the life. And if they have another Gum Giant here, that is annoying. Yep, okay. Okay. But they still need a 2K and a 1K. So they might be gambling with that giant. Oh. Do they not have it? Oh, they do. But they have to get rid of... I mean, yeah. I guess that's fine. So now they probably think, well, he doesn't have it. Actually... you would be surprised, opponent. Okay. Let's go... Let's just go We Will 10. In which case they take. And I'll play a Spoils. Use it. Give the rested. And then restand. And go 18. GG's, opponent. GG's. GG's. Yep, you can't beat the OG Brook package utilizer, enjoyer, whatever. The Nami, this Nami, and Chopper, which I think is also run in this deck. I want to say it's also run in this deck, whatever. This deck is the best at using it. Oh, man, I love this deck so much. It is the king of OT freaking K, let me tell you. And, man... Ever since I started playing this deck, this is the only deck that I freaking ever want to play anymore. It is so stupid and so fun. Thank you all for the 1,000 subscribers. It has been a 4.5 freaking year journey, and I have loved every single second of it. That's not true. But I am very happy that I am where I am. And though it's taken a long time, one piece at a time, I have gotten here. So I want to thank every single one of you who have subscribed to this channel for getting me here. And make sure that for those of you who haven't, you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. It's completely free, you won't regret it. Hope you all enjoy this Brook deck and more One Piece decks coming soon. And gameplay, Decktech videos coming soon. And check out my other OP15 videos right here. Check out my OP15 pack opening series right here. And I'll see you all in the next one. Enjoy. And thanks again for 1,000 subscribers.